Hello everybody, welcome to the best complete guide to Phoenix, Arizona life insurance companies. I'm Chad McMahon, the CEO of Protect with Insurance. I'm going to do my best to be efficient and be thorough. My goal with this guide as always is to support you, not only my clients, but anyone looking for information. Now, by the way, anything I miss in this video, please reach out to us. Let us know what you want added. Maybe if you want a different video entirely, please let us know. Let me know. I'll be happy to provide that video in the future. I provide at least 3 of these videos per week to keep everything up to date and provide even just the best resources I can for you. So firstly, who are we? Protect with Insurance. We're an independent brokerage. We access a whole bunch of these A-rated life insurance companies, and we simultaneously shop all of them depending upon your health. If you call me and you say, hey, Chad, I'm 74 or I'm 46, whatever it may be, this is my health, this is my height and weight, this is the kind of policy I'm looking for. I'm going to shop every single company that you're a fit for based on your health, and then I will show you what the best price is. I'll give you the best price options as a response to that, and then you can tell me what you'd like to do. So it's very quick, it's very simple, our process that we utilize. Our shopping algorithm is cutting edge, so it gets you just best prices possible. It's fantastic. So the life insurance basics. First of all, what is life insurance? I'm going to very quickly cover this so I can get into the good stuff here. Life insurance has 2 main benefits. One, you die, your beneficiary receives a beefy check, and you determine what that check size is going to be. If you want a $20,000 policy, that's what we'll look at. If you want to get a bigger policy, it'll likely be a term policy. Assuming you qualify for it, you want a $200, $400 million policy, that's what we'll look at. Generally, the higher amount of coverage, the more it's going to cost, but it depends. Sometimes a $20,000 whole life policy is going to cost more than a $200,000 term policy, so it just depends. Now, the other part of life insurance is there are living benefits. Now, living benefits are going to be benefits to you while you're alive, while you have the life insurance policy. Sometimes that's going to mean that you get discounts on your prescription medicines or on vision, dental, hearing aid batteries, contacts, glasses, attorney fees, anything like that. Sometimes it's going to mean if you get a diagnosis from a doctor, such as a critical chronic terminal condition, that the insurance company will send you your money early while you're alive. Those are real common living benefits that you're going to see in these policies. Now, what are the options in Phoenix, Arizona? So there are 2 general ways to approach getting life insurance if you're in Phoenix, Arizona. And this is the same for anywhere, but this video is going to really focus on Phoenicians. So one thing you can do is you can call directly to an insurance company that you hear is good. Call Mutual of Omaha, and you say, hey, I want a policy. And they'll say, great, we're going to assign you an agent. And they will usually assign you an exclusive captive agent that only works for them, which means they don't want you looking anywhere else. So you have to be assigned an agent. So they assign you an agent, you talk to the agent sets you up with a policy. That's one way to do it. I would discourage you from doing that because you're not going to be able to see what the other options are, and you can't shop if you're only looking at one company. So the other way to go about getting, the best way to go about getting a policy is you want to connect with an independent brokerage that's going to shop for you. And that way they can at the same time look at a whole bunch of companies, get you the best price. They should only have access to A-rated companies because you want to be with an A-rated company. That's a company that's financially solvent. It's a company that's not going to go anywhere. They're not going to go bankrupt. You don't need to worry about them, and they're going to pay when they say they're going to pay. So you want to connect with a good, solid, independent brokerage that's going to have that access for you. And then, they'll assign one of their agents, and then that agent will do the shopping for you and all of that. If for some reason you feel like you don't trust that agent, something like that, just go to a different agency. But hopefully that won't be an issue for you. Now, as far as the shopping goes, that agent and that agency is going to do all the heavy lifting for you. Now, if you ask them to, they can email you the entire list so that you know that you are truly getting access to a lot of companies. This is a terrible thing, but there are agents out there that will tell you, oh yes, I am an independent broker and I have access to all these companies, and then they'll only shop one company for you. And not only is it unethical, but it's technically illegal if they're doing that as well, because they're required to be honest with you. So if, this is a great way for them to prove it. They can say, here are the prices based on your health. This is what you qualify for. These are your options. And so make them prove it. Make the company, they should be earning your business. Okay, you're the one that's paying them. You're the client, you're the customer, and they should be earning your business. So make sure they prove it to you, and don't be embarrassed to ask for that. Say, hey, I want you to go and email me all the results that you're seeing so that I can see what you're looking at. Or of course, if you're meeting with them in person, then you can do the same thing. You can say, okay, cool. What are all these companies you're running? Tell me about it, and go through it. And they should be able to list off at least half a dozen companies that they're shopping for you. Now, as far as getting a quote, obviously you can get a quote, you can get a price right then and there with your agent. Also, if the agency you choose is anything like our agency, they're going to have all of those resources right there in your face, making it easy for you to price out policies without them. You can go to our website at any time and you can check or click on one of the free quote buttons. You can pull up a quote right then and there. If you go to our services tab, you can choose different types of life insurance quotes that we can provide. The default button that you click on is going to give you final expense, burial insurance, any kind of whole life insurance that's level traditional whole life insurance. Those kind of policies, it's going to provide a quote for you. So you can do that right then and there without even picking up the phone. Or, of course, just give us a call. We'll help you very quickly over the phone as well. Usually a quote takes 3 minutes on the phone. It's really no big deal. And that way you make sure it's accurate as well based on your health. Now, last thing is the different types of life insurance. And, of course, again, this goes for if you're in Phoenix, Arizona, but it also goes across the whole country. There's term life insurance, which technically expires regardless of what agents or life insurance companies say. It does expire. It has a term. That's why they call it term life insurance. It goes for a period of time and then it's done. Now, a lot of those term policies, you can continue them. You can go longer, but the price is going to drastically go up. And that's the part that's being missed. A lot of agents, they don't dig into that. Now, these term policies, there are return of premium options available. That means it costs more to get this, but if you get a term with return of premium, at the end of your term, usually it's 30 years, you get all your money back. Every penny you've paid in the policy, you get it all back. You got to keep the policy for the full duration of the term. Now, the last thing that is term related is mortgage protection. This is a type of policy that is life insurance. It's term, but it's built from the floor up to take care of your mortgage. So let's say you have a $234,000 mortgage. It's a life insurance policy for you, but upon your death, it's going to take care of that mortgage. It still comes in the form of a lump sum. It still is a check that goes to your beneficiary. But again, it's built by amount, by the value of the policy to take care of that mortgage. Now, the next kind of life insurance is whole life insurance. It has a lot of names. Whole life insurance, final expense burial insurance. These are all the same thing. Children's whole life insurance, senior burial insurance for seniors. All of these are the same thing. It's a whole life insurance policy. These don't require medical exam. They never expire. Price never changes. They're locked. It's a beautiful thing. These policies are ideal for anyone that is going to be over the age of about 50 years old because it's the last insurance you'll ever need. Now, another kind is universal life insurance. This is a whole life insurance policy, but this policy, and you have to be very healthy to get these. This is different. So these usually do require medical exam. They're going to increase in cost as you get older. They're also going to increase in benefit. So these are going to have a swelling cash value. The face amount usually gets bigger. Again, the cost is going to get bigger. The reason why people get these, though, is because universal whole life, you can tap into it as you get older, and they can become quite large in terms of the benefits of the policy. Very few people get universal life because they just get really expensive. When you have these policies for about 20 years, and then when you start to actually need it, 20 or 30 years later after you start the policy, the price just goes through the roof. So that's another kind. And then the last kind is an accidental only life insurance policy. You can get these just like with the term. You can get these traditional accidental only, or you can get it return of premium. Return of premium on the accidental, age 70, 75, or 80, depending upon the policy and the provider of this policy, the insurance company. That's going to be the year when they give you all your money back. And with most of them that we work with, it's age 75. And you have to be under the age of 50 to get return of premium. Otherwise, you can get a traditional accidental only policy. The reason why you would get these is because they're very cheap. It is the least expensive kind of life insurance there is. So if you're on a tight budget, it's a great way to provide some extra coverage for your family without breaking the bank. So I hope this has been helpful. Bottom line is that there was a recent study, and it was determined by random polling, it's a nationwide study, that 90% of people feel that they are not properly covered with life insurance. They feel it's incredibly important. They feel that they should either have more, they need to understand it better, and that is the reason for this resource. So I hope this is helpful. Please let me know what else you'd like to see. This is Chad McMahon signing out.